Let's see, will it come to fruition?
Yeah, I think that Fanny Man was pretty much in the cards because you really want to have someone jump into the back line, but of course Mpl is always going to be the name of the game for Rebellion. They have strong side laners, they have strong initiation as well. So the peel is going to be very important for Rebellion esports, and the Fanny Band could contribute to that.
Yeah, I mean, I already wrote it down earlier. I knew that this Fanny might still be lingering with the Guinevere acting as a flex pick, and I think it's a very good read from Rebellion right now. They were able to ban out the Fanny. Now that the export's been picked up, they go for Lapu Lapu. I think this is a pretty good pick here for the side of Rebellion. I think it's a good mix. When we're talking about laning for cars, Lapu could very well be the carry that they need here in the early to mid. That was what they were lacking yesterday in that XP department for cars on the Ruby, more of a setter. So I like this pick for Rebellion. It also adds to the crazy combo that they have going on right now.
Exactly, I was about to say, it just synchronizes well within their composition, right? You can dive with Tidal Flicker, Lapu Lapu grab his fighter as well. Claude can also jump in.
That's crazy.
We expected the Novaria, but not the Selena.
Definitely not, but this is a disgusting combo, bro. I mean, we've been talking a whole lot. We've been glazing on that Astral Echo. With the Selena, it's even easier now to hit your Abyssal Arrows. I've been on the receiving end of this combo. It's not fun. You get stunned to death and you get shot down from afar. Definitely not fun. It's kind of like another version of the Beatrix Novaria combo, but this time the Novaria just needs to wait for the arrow to hit. He's a sitting duck. It's a Rebellion now. They need someone to be able to kind of tank this in the front. Martis would be a very, very good choice here. Fredrin as well. But again, if they really want to hold it down, neutral objective control, I think the Barats would be an amazing option to go for. Nah, they don't want it. They want the cheese, and they'll get the cheese. Hanzo.
The cheese. Yeah,
the Selena can dive, though. This is concerning, right? It's a skill battle.
Skill battle, skill matchup as well. And I think that Astral Echo in the hands of the Novaria can locate all the initiations coming through. Of course, they want to check the brushes and also read the movements. Because again, Rebellion Esports comes with a team fighting sort of composition with that Hanzo as well that could dive to the backline. Alter Ego should be more wary of the things that are going to happen. But so far, Taz as well, high expectations for him to again carry the game. But we have seen Nino playing pretty well yesterday. Pi as well, zoning out. The players coming in against EVOS yesterday. Could he replicate the same performance today? And I think Rebellion Esports again relies on the cheese, but so far, this is something that they need. And as we get ready to go underway to the Land of Dawn, it's going to be the second match of today. Alter Ego against Rebellion Esports. Will the balls crumble, or will the three musts be unmasked?
Let's see. Again, Land of Dawn, game one. Who will strike first in the best of three?
Yep, it's gonna be Nino again in the brush. Moai. It's gonna be 1v1 at the gold lane, and Taz will start the orange buff as Vincent is just breezing away. And Krite does have the prio push coming in with the push that he has, but Odyssey is here to back Swalo up.
Yeah, good to see that, Moai this time will go for the QC. We did see him go for the Brave Smite because of this matchup. We actually got some insider info asking why did they go for Brave Smite. Apparently it's because he wants to try to counter or match that level of sustain, but unfortunately, I guess it just didn't work for him yesterday. He'll go back to the Quantum Charge with a Purify, but for cars, it's still going to be the Brave Smite. Let's take a look deeper, and oh my god, that's a lot of ruptures for the side of Alter Ego. They want to fight. There's a thrill for Taz, for Mr. Nino. So, you would expect the marksman to be the one with rupture.
Yeah.
Nah, he's going firmness. He's the one with the tankier emblem set up. Meanwhile, for the rest of the team, they want to go in, most likely because this is going to be a semi-tank carry, not the full damage carry that we saw from Iman earlier.
Yep. And we have a game back to the action.
Oh.
Again in the mid lane. Krite just tries to push Swalo back. Rassi again. Of course, with the proximity towards Nino, he wants to ensure Nino is all fine. Moai completing the wet.
It's just to clear though, right? Adding pressure as well. Meanwhile, Rassi here will recall to regain his mana pre-turtle. And no first blood, right? Rebellion and Alter Ego, they're just hovering around looking. Oh, wait, first turtle? Whoa.
Wait, Alter Ego got it.
Alter Ego,
Wait,
what?
what? Okay.
Okay, never mind. Alter Ego got
We're
the
stuck
first
in a
newt.
time chamber.
Yeah, they secured the first turtle. That is going to be beneficial for them as Pi against Cars. This is going to be a 50-50 type of matchup, I think. It all comes down to the skills and the mechanics, but Pi, again, always loving to play that aggressive. He has Taz behind him to always back him up, and Cars is always going to be aware of this. So they have XP prio this time, as now Nino is just going to be left in the hands. Of course,
Spatial migration connecting. Oh, with the Violent Rec Room as well. And that's first blood for Pi. Now Rebellion looking for a trade here. Pi now receiving some heat, and he will flicker out of the way with the penalty zone. But no, the damage from Vincent will be enough to take him down.
Man. Good trade back there from Rebellion Esports. Moai, this is the pressure. All they need to do is get Nino those hits. I actually spotted something very interesting in the builds. Usually, I have seen this before, many times, before, I think 2 patches ago. But Claude going first item corrosion side. It does seem like for now, he is building towards first item corrosion side over the DHS that we are used to seeing.
Done.
Nino doing the same thing. No, I'm talking about Claude, Moai. But yeah, Nino doing the same thing. Not going for Thunderbolt first item, but also going for damage. So I think for Moai, he understands that he's not going to be participating, or maybe he wants to participate. That's why he wants to go corrosion side first, so that he can apply that slow and help for the team to set up for like these big implosions and eternal guards. I think I like that approach. If he wants to be more active with the corrosion early, 2 corrosions, there you go.
yeah. Stun connects towards Odyssey again. The turtle dance underway as Rassi is just trying to zone out. The implosion flat.
Oh, flicker implosion as well, connecting on towards 1, but take a look at the knock of Rossi. Insta deleted. Now, Pi will find the trade, but he will be taken down as well. Good stun there by Cars to have more space for Rebellion. Turtle, though, still here, poked by Taz.
Yep, that was an implosion flicker coming in from Odyssey. He trades himself for the life of Pi, but Taz is going to secure the turtle, and he just comes out, steps out of the pit, and Rebellion lose another turtle
I
against
love
Alter
the
Ego.
adaptation, the staggered tempo for Alter Ego, the way that they were able, it's so mature. I'm not used to seeing this from Alter Ego, who usually just answer fire with fire, right? They just go in when the enemy team goes in. So looking at that play again, I like the fact that Rebellion now, they are also pretty adaptive. That adaptation from Moai to go for corrosion side first to set up for these big initiations, and in the end it did actually reward him with a kill, which is pretty good. But because of the staggered discipline Alter Ego style that we have now, they were able to just play it slow, wait for another opportunity after the Hanzo has used this Pinnacle Ninja, then go back in to secure it with the better neutral objective securer. Is that what we call it? Guinevere.
Yeah, I think that was the name of the game as well for Moai. He's now all over the map. Swap in the lane as well. And back up, Vincent coming in, jumping in, tries to catch Krite.
Oh, see here, Krite now chunks bursted down by Vincent. That was the assassin right there doing its job.
Pinnacle Ninja. I don't think that's what a ninja... Pew pew? It's more of a Claude thing, man.
Yeah, that was an easy kill for Vincent, but Cars jumps in.
All to the top side here. Pi
Finds Vincent meditating.
just doing his thing, flickers out.
Wait.
He has info though now. It's technically a 3v1. The knockup by Sway low on. Oh wait, penalty zone now.
Hold up.
Soaking damage, giving damage as well. Sway low. Now you see him, now you don't. Though there's a trade in the bottom side of the map. It's actually Moai backing off.
Yeah, they have the pressure on the bottom lane, and they are en route to get that turret as well. The first tier of the turret, and as the turtle is ready to respawn, they are kind of evaluating their choices. Taz will start the turtle, and Odyssey will just shadow it. But again, Alter Ego has way too many personals in this turtle, so they have to get ready. Alpha Echo popped as well.
Now, with the knockup as well, Taz finding Audi. Audi now very low, trying to back off with the Tiger. Vincent, though, looking for the vulnerables in the backside of the map. Rossi will be the target, but no, will not be enough to take him down just yet. Alter Ego now looking for the next newt objective in that turtle. Will get it. 3 turtles to the hands of Alter Ego.
Good patience again, very well played with the pacing in that team fight. They went in first, because of a good Astral Echo, enhancing the hitbox for the Spatial Migration to hit. And then for Nino too, I like the discipline on that Purify. He did not utilize the Purify right as cars jumped in because he knows that there will be more coming in if he does. And Audie's prediction says a whole lot. Well, Hanzo with a steal.
Oh, and even the pressure as well on towards Pride here, but no, will be cancelled out by Taz.
Yep, Taz was able to snick that one in, sniff it, and it's all good for him. Pi back to the lane, and so far the pressure has been in has been towards Alter Ego. The only one saving them are the Astral Echoes, trying to sneak out and sniff out all the movements coming in from Rebellion. They're all over the map. Moai as well participating in all of these team fights, or rather in the skirmishes and then in the little skirmishes. So far, the Turtles and the neutral objectives are in favor of Alter Ego. And Rebellion, they have the goal advantage though, so they are looking to snowball and translate those leads towards themselves.
Pi is a tool, basically, he's an item up here because Cars has actually decided to go for the small components. Went for the... Well, I'm trying to look back at the items there. Steel leg plates first, and then now he has a leather jerkin, fury hammer, and then the radiant armor. So he's actually prioritizing to get more stats early on with these small components. Vincent's running away with the Pinnacle Ninja. I'm looking at his items right now. He's doing a pretty good job at scaling. Both teams actually scale quite well. The Hanzo and the Claude. Alter Ego have the carry and the Novaria. It all will just come down to the poke in the end, or if Rebellion can catch some of these members off guard with their team fighting.
Yeah, Rassi is just trying to fish out the arrows. So far, that could be the opening pick for them. The initiation, the little ones, but the Lord has been spawned, and they are ready for a fight. Of course, this Lord is going to be very important for Alter Ego.
Both Gold have their power spike on him. Both of them have their 3 core items.
Well, Taz down, finds the knock-up on towards Audi. Cars now jumping in. Elf Machine will not survive for long as Alter Ego clearly finds the kill. Now Pi to the backside will be the trade as everything in the kitchen sink put on towards Pi as well. Both EXP down, but the Lord, the first Lord in the game, will be claimed by Taz.
Selfless Pi. That's why we call him Sir Pi, Audi!
Oh, with the catch as well, and that is a mega for that Vincent, but Alter Ego will find a trade in the turret.
Yeah, that was a very important kill towards Krite as well. He does not have anywhere to go with the implosion, so they're ready to put everything to get the pickoffs. So far, Rebellion also has that pick of potential with Vincent just trying to split up the push and the catches, the chase. They all have it, and Odyssey is just so proactive in the implosions. He doesn't really want to look for the montages. He's ready to spend it if it means getting a kill on one member even.
Solero connecting with Alter Ego will not commit just yet. Lord is still the first Lord. See Alter Ego, how will they play this out? And again, Alter Ego very good playing with range, right? Novaria with Selena as well 3 times now. Pi, take a look. Looking for an angle in the backside, looking for a flank. Does not commit just yet here as take a look at Vincent now, moving on towards Taz as well. Looking to claim his purple buff. Who will get it?
It's a great defense, man. They didn't just defend the Lord, they also got the same amount of turrets as Alter Ego did. They were able to crack that tier 2 open up top. Well, Alter Ego were only able to get a tier 2 down below. Rebellion are doing a very good job, and that Malefic Roar means that the Hanzo should be online now. He actually went for Radiant Armor quite early, and now...
Just Vincent here trying to find a pick off. Good deflection there by Taz. But in the mid lane, you can see here Rebellion again looking, waiting. Audi has no flicker, and that's why I feel like Rebellion has hesitated to engage, right? Waiting for that flicker in Audi.
Yep. And Pi went for the Blade Armor, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's ready to really counter the DPS coming in from Vincent and Moai as well, because they are chipping a lot of damage towards him. Pi has to sustain if he wants to open up the fights, if he wants to initiate with the penalty zones as well. So far, he has been making a lot of space for Alter Ego, but Rebellion is just everywhere on the map.
Oh, good. Again, good defensive spatial migration by Taz to deflect the Pinnacle Ninja. See here again, it's a reset. Economy-wise, Rebellion, they have the odds, but take a look at the spatial migration line of the Vile Recruit as well. Cars now taking heat, taking damage as well. Mai with the blazing duet, but Nino will have enough damage to take Cars down. Audi very low, will not be taken down though. Taz again forced way low to use that Purify.
when everything's slow, when you don't know what to do, Alter Ego just find a way through Taz. My God, time and time again, yesterday on the Joy and on the Nolan, this time on a utility jungle pick. And I guess we have an answer to your question. Will he have the same amount of kill pressure? Yes, Vincent does too, though. My God, Cry almost got slaughtered there.
Yeah, that was close for him. But yeah, so far Taz has been the difference maker with the spatial migrations and Violent Requiems as well. Really just zoning out Rebellion and setting Pi to the penalty zone, and the damage is coming in for Nino, another Lord Dance, and Root.
St. Cars, oh my God. Look at the damage from Nino now. Nino popped his Purify. That's info for Rebellion. Can they play around that? Particularly Pi distracting the backside. Pinnacle Ninja
Pi.
again. Oh, it's a
Pi.
4-man, 4v1, 4v
Feeling.
Pi. Now Audi, again, has no flicker. He used it earlier. It has the implosion though. Why now? No Purify. I think Alter Ego will play it slow.
Yeah, that's a gamble. That's a 50-50 coin flip as well for Alter Ego, especially with the health bars being chunked down. They have to recall. They have to reset this. Pi was absorbing so much damage, so much space created for Alter Ego in that backline that really enabled them to really take the Lord. However, Vincent was on the lookout for any potential steal or even just chunking down damage from the members of Alter Ego.
And on top of that, I really have to point out the fact that Moai has actually opted to go for Wind of Nature as his 4th item here over the Melphic Roar. We've seen that the problem for Rebellion so far has been the fact that Moai has been farming, which is a good time for him. He actually has been able to get these items at the right time. But, oh, hold up. Okay, nah, they're all still good. But he still is lacking that damage into the frontliners. He won't be able to melt anyone down until he goes for that Melphic Roar. And he's still quite far off from that Melphic Roar. He needs 1,000 more gold, I think, right now, based on what I'm seeing behind us in the item builds.
Alter Ego might commit to this Lord here. No response is quite
close.
secured to the Lord. Now Taz knocked up, but it seems like Rebellion will not have enough trade. Pi though, with the flag side of the map, with the penalty zone as well, trying to soak in damage, trying to buy time for his team. But the damage will come through and Pi will be eliminated as Alter Ego will be a man short with the Lord push.
Yeah, Pi is down, but they get the Lord, so that's all good. And Rebellion, so far Cars has been trying to open up the initiations, but the follow-ups kind of slow as well from Rebellion because Alter Ego is just putting on Pi, planting him behind the backlines of Rebellion, so they can't come close, they can't come through, and Alter Ego just zones out with that fight.
Right, with a truncheon force there to be used. And a Cry now opening vision, spots 3. But it seems like they will have enough space to back off as, again, Crichton, of course, Rassi is playing with range, hitting deep threes.
So let's take a look back again at what happened earlier. We mentioned that Rebellion, they were going to lack damage when it comes to dealing with the frontliners in these team fights. Luckily for them, they were able to find a great pickoff over Pi, and that delayed what should have... Oh, wow, that transition over to Nino. Yeah. Luckily, still had Peel. But Moai now, that weakness where he didn't have Melphic Roar, it's over. He was able to find a kill onto Pi. Taz, what? Oh, scary.
Good resource placement, resource timing there from Taz.
Yeah, but again, back to the point, Moai already has Melphic Roar now. So that time where Alter Ego maybe would have been able to win a fight based on the damage alone, where they're together, because Pi was picked off, Moai closed that instantly, that opportunity. Now, it's almost 50-50 in these team fights.
Yeah, Nino doesn't even go for the Thunderbelt, so he's ready to dish out the damage because they do need damage so far with Rebellion. Just being on their faces, they have to respond to the team fights. Being pulled, the trigger as well from Rebellion Esports is just way too much of a pressure for Alter Ego to contain. But so far, Taz has been very, very excellent in the spatial migrations and the Violent Requiem.
And it's so annoying because he's able to layer it together with that Abyssal Arrow. Yeah. It's super frustrating, and once we get later into the game, it'll be increasingly more frustrating for Rebellion. You can even see already, right now, Cars having to just ult Bravest Fighter into the front to take the Abyssal Arrows for the team. Let's take a look back at the items here. 2,500 gold lead for the Hanzo. He actually has completed all of his items, sold the Radiant Armor that he had earlier on in the game, and now has a full list of damage. Now it all comes down to how the backline deals with it. And the backline, they have 2 Inner Truncheons and a Wind of Nature. Yep. So I think it's already a proper answer. All Rebellion needs is one bad move. I think they have the better or easier comp to execute in the later stage. For Alter Ego, everything has to kind of like line up together. They need to be able to land their skill shots, which is very hard to do. They need to be able to get a good set. Meanwhile, for Rebellion, all they need to do is look for space for Moai and Vincent. Vincent will shred through backline, Moai will shred through frontline.
Cancelled the penalties over here. Alter Ego now, it's an even space between Rebellion and Alter Ego. They have even space. But they are going to take it slow here. Both teams. Far lane, it's equal. Slowly pushing for Alter Ego, though.
Yeah, the Lord trying to be chunked down by Taz, and so far, 2 winner truncheons. Of course, it's going to be counter towards that Hanzo jumping in. They have the mid turret down. Still on the Lord. Taz will try to chip it down alongside Nino. Cars is always going to be the response for Rebellion Esports in these Lord scenarios, in these objectives. Of course, as the frontliners, he has to be able to tank all of the damage. But again, the arrows from Rassi is just way too nasty, way too disruptive for them. Pair that up with the Astral Echo, it's going to really reveal all of the locations, and here they go.
Yep, spot of 3, the knockup as well. Here's Cars! He will be melted down by Nino! And Alter Ego, they go crazy with a 3-man penalty zone. Finding another. Suelo down, Rassi on the backside. Will be the trade as Moai claims his life. Audi on the backside loses immortality with Pai now taking the DPS and blazing duets for Moai. But he will not fall just yet as Taz is there with the possess as well. Alter Ego claiming 3.
Yeah, that was a very huge fight. Vincent still goes for it though.
Oh my god, loses immortality. But that is just it.
That is it. You're absolutely right. Alter Ego with the amazing decision and the lack of hesitation. Sounds like a bad thing to say, but it's actually a positive, right? There's a negative there, intonation in it, but holy moly, that was instant. The maneuver and the decision, they saw a pixel of a marksman showing up top, and they commit to a team fight instantly. Yeah. Taz knows exactly when to go in, but even more impressive is the rest of the team and following it up with Taz. Man, and RBL, man, I think they definitely, like, they were looking at it, they were short-sighted in that moment. They sent the quad over topside when it was very easily taken by Alter Ego. Like, they knew that there were a lot more members compared to Rebellion members around the Lord, and Cars wasn't holding on to the Lord just yet. So I really have to question that rotation from Moai. They had a tier 2, so if they wanted to really contest for the Lord, they could have just stopped Moai from rotating over. Just let the tier 2 sacrifice it, let the tier 2 go. Or they could have just stepped away from the Lord if the idea was Moai will clear and we will back up. So they made 2 wrong decisions, and we'll see it here in the replay. This so that you guys can see it visually. Moai steps up top, and Rebellion still stays. This is a critical mistake, and Alter Ego, you don't do this against a team like them. Super decisive. That's the reason they were able to pop off so hard yesterday. They make decisive decisions, and that's all it takes to go and beat a team that is still hesitating.
Yeah, that Lord Dance was prolonged by Rebellion Esports, knowing Moai was up there. Maybe they could just, you know, look for a cross-map play.
Yeah,
maybe
exactly.
With that tier 3 pushing up. Maybe give up the Lord, but that's fine as long as you have Prio on the top side. Push it out with the minions as well, but that wasn't play. I mean, Moai still, he almost turned the tides around with that, you know, with that Wind of Nature as well as the Blazing Duet, but it was just not enough because Saz had a lot of lockdown. So it was all just up in the cards for Alter Ego to snatch, and they swing the gold lead. 2.2k now up, Donnie.
That's crazy, right? Seeing how Alter Ego plays day in, day out. They play the early game, the mid. Now we're going to the late game, 20 minutes plus. I gotta ask the analyst now, again, who do you favor here, ultra late game, composition-wise?
Well, right now, if it's a 50-50, like if they all still had their turrets, I think Rebellion again have the easier comp to execute. They can just go in. They have a lot more initiative when it comes to playing around with the Lord Dance. But right now, as it stands, it's heavily favoring Alter Ego. They have so much poke because they already have map pressure that adds on to the poke, that adds on to the pick-off potential that they have with the Selena, and Rebellion can't really handle that right now. They're always being revealed, they're never able to ambush, and they're never really truly able to set up for what the comp is meant to do.
Yeah, and if Krite and Rassi can just poke out the damage, they can't even come through because their HP bars are chunked down, and for the Lord Dance, it's always going to be easy for Alter Ego because they have the peel, they have the lockdown, and they have the poke to really just, you know, disintegrate the players of Rebellion Esports before they could just execute the team fights that they want to do. Sure, they have the initiation coming in from Cars. They have the Eternal Guard from Sway Low, but then again, if you don't have the HP bars, if you can't follow up because of the pokes and the zone out coming in from Alter Ego, you can't really just push in. That's why Alter Ego now has Prio in the Lord.
Slow push though, up top. As you can see, Rebellion. But earlier, man, Novaria actually shot on Astral Sphere, and it should be pushing back to Rebellion. So Rebellion, they had, you know, a position earlier to actually be the ones to force an error upon Alter Ego. But now that's slowly turning back towards the favor of Alter Ego because they have the base turret taken down in the bottom lane with Super Minions slow pushing constantly, and that top side already managed as well by Krite. Now it's all about the poke. They have more tempo on the map, they have more pressure. Cars and Moai constantly getting poked down, Swaylo constantly going to be forced back. And again, for Alter Ego, they're in no rush. They have the wave slow pushing. They can just play this Lord Dance as long as possible. RBL are the ones here that have to make the decision.
Yeah, the tempo, of course, is in the hands of Alter Ego. The top wave as well, pushing out. But Moai is always there to respond. And so far, it's always going to be Moai clearing out these waves.
Oh man, I don't know. I don't
smell
know about
deja vu.
this. They gotta make a call. They can't play half and half like this. Moai is up top. The Lord is out HP.
Oh, I smell deja vu, ladies and gentlemen. Let's
don't
see
know.
though. Oh, Alter Ego.
Moai's back though.
Are going to commit to this Lord. No, he will. They will let it reset as top
They
side.
have to commit. They have to commit to something. If Moai keeps going back and forth, they'll lose a base turret. If they stay like this, Moai up top, they'll lose the team fight and the Lord.
Yeah, they're going to commit on towards the Lord now. Rebellion looking to grab space. Rebellion though,
Base
again,
turret.
just hovering. Vincent already with the Pinnacle Ninja now looking for Nino.
Top side.
Yep, Cars now trying to find a side step. Oh, in the front side of the map, it is actually now Krite. Oh no, Rossi taken out by Vincent. It's a 5v4. Audi in the front side taking damage. Good winter trench in there. The Swaylo will fall as well. Pai loses immortality. Moai looking for an angle, looking for an escape route. But take a look at this. Moai with the winter trench to buy time. But Taz will not be there. Rebellion now trying to defend the top side of the map as Rebellion is still in the game.
They are still breathing. That minion wave is so scary for them. They weren't ready to take a bold move, a bold decision at that, and now Alter Ego will be the ones hoisting their hands on that Lord. Rebellion has to back up. They don't have Prio on the lanes. The bottom wave is pushing, top wave is pushing, but I think Cars wants to do a play, wants to make a play. Disruption maybe.
Oh, Cars again looking for a Hail Mary, but Taz will safely and secure the Lord.
Get macroed. That's basically the name of the game right now for Alter Ego. Get macroed. That's literally what they did. They played it slow as possible. RBL tried to force a fight where they didn't actually have the position because they were still very indecisive as to what they were going to do. Boots sold for Thunderbelt now, a little bit more survivability for the carry. But in the end, that was it, man. And by the way, phenomenal mechanical plays by both Moai and Taz, selling their immortalities, buying Winter Truncheon, Clutch Gaming. Very, a lot of respect given to these players in the micro department, but for me still that macro was the MVP. They got a base turret off of that for free. They got the Lord, or actually the minion waves in the mid lane, almost taking it down as well. Now it's an Evolved Lord in the 26th minute with 3 base turrets down. I don't know how RBL are going to survive this.
Yeah, they have to come back, of course. Odyssey is just ready. Tank damage, but Alter Ego is all over the place, knocking on the doorsteps.
Yep. How will they defend this? Let's see. Rebellion, everything. Boy now trying to clear the way as a Taz. Taking out Pai. Winter Truncheon pops as well. Cars now loses immortality with the Winter Truncheon as well. Lord now taken down to half HP, but Cars will be taken out in the process. Take a look at the stun. Why now deleted the Lord and Alter Ego. It seems like the base is wide open as Audi will be taken down as well. And Alter Ego in a long first game. They will strike first.
That was like a ping pong game.
Yeah.
They weren't ready to make an emphatic move, to make a bold move, and trying to get cross plays and the Lord setup as well. Moai was pretty much late sometimes. They know they don't have Moai in that fight, but they still try to commit to it. Maybe could have just gone for a cross-map play, and maybe trade out the objectives. But again, it was kind of like not so bold from Rebellion Esports. They don't really...